Hey everybody, it's Sky here again on a glorious Saturday, planet Earth. I just got inspired to make another video again, so I wanted to say, hey, how's everybody doing? Because the last couple days have been really quite amazing. I'm a little ways outside of Ottawa, just on a little pit stop, and I did my usual little garbage run. I got inspired a few days ago. Actually, no, it was probably more about a week ago. I pulled over on a rest stop, and it was filthy. There's garbage everywhere, by the way, like all over the place. I'm sad to say that is one thing that we have in common. There's garbage everywhere. And I was inspired because the night before I had just seen the movie I Am by Tom Shadyac, and it finishes off really hitting home the message that the only way large change happens is through millions of little small acts that all come together. So that day I got out and I saw the garbage around. I had my first reactions of, oh, like, I didn't put it there, this isn't my place, I shouldn't pick it up, someone else will pick it up. And then I looked over at my camper and I went, oh, wait, this is my home, so this is like my yard right now, and I am a citizen of this earth. So I went in and I grabbed a garbage bag and I started picking up all the garbage, and then I went to get back in and I heard a bunch of frogs on the other side, and I went around and I saw this little pond with a whole bunch of frogs, and there was more trash in it. So okay, I'm going to pick up all of this trash, and I started picking that up and cleaned it up really nice for them. And then when I was leaving, I started driving away, and that was when I got my inspiration for a project that I'm really excited about, and it's going to be creating a platform for communities to work together to rethink and reframe the way that you use money and use it as an expression of gratitude. So that I'm going to leave it at that. There's more to come, but I'm really excited about it. But I feel like the frogs gave me that idea because I got it. I don't know where it came from. I'd never thought about it before after I cleaned up the frogs' little pond. So I feel like they thanked me with that idea. So I'm excited. As above, so below. What would it be like if you could see into the future? Just think for a second. How would you imagine that? If you were to get a premonition right now, what would that come to you as? Whether or not you believe that you can, just try to imagine what it would be like if you could. And now open yourself to the idea that it's something completely different than what you just thought it might be. I had that experience once when I was trying to I guess for lack of a better expression, connect with a tree. I was laying on my back and I had my arm up and I was touching a tree and I was looking up its trunk. And as I had my arm up, I was trying to get it to communicate with me, looking for a branch or something to fall down, just anything. Show me that you can feel me here, that you're aware of me being here. And I was looking and looking and looking for a branch, and then my arms started to get numb, and I wanted to take it down, but I said, you know what, no, I've seen videos of people, like holding their arms up for days, so I can definitely hold it here, like nothing is going to happen to it. And I kept sitting there, and the numb, tingling feeling kept going all the way down my arm, and it went all the way down both sides, and I was laying on my back with the grass up like this, and then all of a sudden, with the sensation and my visual perspective, it felt like I was a tree root. I had become a tree root. The feeling in my body combined with my visual perception really felt like I was a root coming out of the base of this tree. And for me, that really impacted me, and it was like, wow, this tree is communicating with me, but it's not in the way that I was looking for the branch. Whether or not that story means anything to anybody else is irrelevant. It was my experience, and that's what I take from it. So, thinking about things coming to you in different ways than what you expect, whatever you expected it might be to perceive the future, maybe it's something else. I had this feeling come to me when I was walking around the mall the other day, and I was looking at all the people and trying to figure out who to go and talk to. And as I would look over, I would see somebody, or maybe a group of people, and then I would get an image pop up in my head of me talking to them and carrying on a conversation. I went, okay, that's kind of cool, and I kept walking, and then I would look over at this group of people, and then the same sort of thing would come up, different scenario playing out. And then I kind of went, oh, this is really visual experience. Are these just thoughts? Maybe these are looking into possible futures. I view the future and our experience as waves of possibilities around us. When I said as above, so below, the waves of possibility all around us come in when you look at an electron cloud. You have the atom nucleus, and then you have electrons, but they exist in this, they call it a probability cloud. They don't really know where the electrons are at any given time. They are this probability function that they could be in certain places more likely than others. And then there's this whole thing with the observer effect if they try to take a picture and they can see it in two places. So that's what I felt like in that moment at the mall. My experience of my reality was, I was looking around at these probability clouds, the probability that this conversation could happen. Not that I could necessarily create that exact scenario, because I don't know all the other factors that play into it, but I have the choice to go after that probability. And so what clicked for me was the idea that, hey, maybe these thoughts aren't just thoughts. Maybe they are little snapshots into possible futures, should I choose to go that route. Just some thoughts for you on Sunday.